Okay, there we go. Right. Let's wait. We'll see if anyone's coming. If not, I'll start already. Okay. Wait, let me make sure I have everything. Oh yeah. I think I better mention about attendance first. So right, like starting from this week onwards, we will be clocking at, like attendance if you all want it for SR points. If not, like you don't need it at all lah. But like yeah, if you want later, I'll send out a form for you all to like. Oh, that's last year.
Yeah, I've just sent in a form. Okay.
Okay, right. Shall we begin? Okay, this is gonna be a pretty easy recipe, like contrary to what most people I think. Right. So it's cheesy chicken karaage. Just see my friends. Hi, I'm Elgin. Okay. Right. Before we start, I'm gonna leave the chicken out here for a while. Remember, when you're deep frying everything, right, your whole setup needs to be dry. So your pan needs to be dry. Your pot needs to be dry. Because if not, later when you start cooking, right, the oil is gonna spatter. Right. So just make sure everything is dry. If not, wipe it down with a paper towel before we start. Right. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need is ginger. Then like this is I'm gonna show you a quick hacks on how to like skin it fast. Right. So you take a spoon and then you just scratch. Like literally just scratch off and you see like it comes out very clearly. Can you see? Yeah. So this is a fast way to skin a ginger. You don't actually need a grater. So just use a spoon and then skin it off. Like just scratch it off. The skin will just come out very nicely. So I'm gonna do that now and I'll show you in a while. Also, I don't care if like I mean last week I said the last time I was here I said you shouldn't mix up meat and vegetables, but because everything is going to go in the marinade, I don't care this week. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait on this coming off.
They're reversing the logic. They're saying that if the average, oh, sorry.
No worries.
Okay, hello guys. For those who just log in, right? I'm sending a link inside the group chat, like the Zoom group chat. So like to clock your attendance, right? Just click on the link and fill out the form so that we can help you to mark your attendance. Yes.
Hi. Nice. Oh, did anyone new just join? Sup, come on in.
Okay, SR is senior retention. So it's like, you know how your first 2 years is guaranteed. So if you want to stay like in your year 3 and year 4, you have to be, you need to accept, you have to accept a senior retention program offered by RC4.
Right. Okay, anyway, now moving on. So the ages, right, you see, you can't really get out the ages. You can get most of the body out, you can't get the ages. Take a knife. Wait. My spotlight, are you seeing my video? I need to spotlight my own video. Yes, okay, great, we're back. Right, so as you can see, there's a little bit of skin left. Take a knife, cut off the rest. Right. So for this week, ginger is just going to give the marinade flavor. We are going to marinate the chicken for about 10 minutes. So yeah. Voila. Okay, so you need about this much ginger. It's quite little. It's not a lot of ginger, but you need about this much. I'll show you why. So what you're going to do now is take a grater, and then after that you're going to grate. I'm just going to put it here first. Don't mind me. Pause, no space. Anyway, yeah. So what I want for this marinade is just the juice of the ginger. Ginger is quite moist actually. You see a lot of juice come out later. So that's what I'm going to do. Just take it literally across the grater, and then after that, just get as much of it as possible into the grater. So like as usual with all things, with all culinary tools, be careful lah. Don't like accidentally break your hand and all that. If it gets too short, right, like towards the end, the ginger will get very, very small and very hard. Like don't just safety first. So don't try to break the remaining bit. Right, for now it's still safe. But as I'm slowly breaking down. But when you get to the bottom, try to play safe. Right, so this is the part where it's like this is just all fiber already. So there's not much point trying to scrape any more of it. So just discard that. So right, I'm going to put this aside. Right, so here you can see we have a marinade bowl. What you're going to do is put it on ginger. You're going to squeeze the ginger. Right, you're going to squeeze the ginger with a spoon, and after that, take all of the liquid out. Oh, yeah. Just squeeze it into the bowl. Okay, that's one now. Right, see? There's a bit of about 1 tablespoon worth of ginger juice down there. Right, so we put it aside. So now we're going to cut our chicken. Right, chicken. For this case, this is about 300 grams of chicken, if I'm not wrong. I'm lazy to cut through the bones, so I bought boneless chicken. This I think it's about $3, somewhere there. I forgot the price already, but yeah. Okay, so the important thing about chicken is you don't want to cut it too small, because if you cut it too small, right, when you put it inside the fryer, I'm going to deep fry it later. So when you put it inside the fryer, it's going to start to shrink, and then you're just going to get like tiny chicken bits. Right, we don't want that. So cut it like sparingly big. I'll show you in a moment. So, like, I'd say this piece, right, is about ideal. I would just cook this piece directly. I won't even bother to chop it. The rest, like, agak about the same size, huh? So again, this point is why I emphasize that your knife needs to be sharp, because if you're cutting meat and your knife is not sharp, then it's not very easy to cut. You're going to hurt yourself, especially with the fatty parts, because sometimes if you have a down knife, right, you can't cut through the fatty parts. Chicken, not so much an issue. When you work with beef, right, then it really becomes an issue. Yeah. So anyway, again, be careful, don't cut your fingers. Done. Set it aside. Right. we have about like this. All right, so we have small chicken bits. Put it all into the marinade bowl. Can you see? I hope you can. Okay, I'm gonna move the chopping board away now because I know I'm gonna need it. And then we'll work from there. So I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, next. So you have your bowl. All you have in here so far is chicken and ginger, nothing else. So you're going to put okay, this recipe is all in tablespoons, so you can get yourself like handy tablespoons like this. These are all pre-measured already, so like it's just easy to scoop out, yeah, basically. So we're gonna start with 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. So the convenient thing about this is everything just points inside the marinade and then leave it there, so no worries. Like you don't have to prepare the marinade separately. It's a lazy thing to do. Yeah. So this is about 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. Goes in. 1.5. Then next is okay. So next is sake, but it's not drinking sake. Okay, it's cooking sake. There's a difference. Cooking sake is a lot cheaper. Like it's about $2.50 per bottle versus drinking sake, which is this. Right, okay, I bought drinking sake because like I didn't have any cooking sake on hand, but by right you should be using cooking sake. Okay, so you might be wondering what's the difference between cooking sake and drinking sake. Drinking sake is slightly sweeter. Cooking sake has salt inside, so that's why it's not safe for normal drinking, which is also why it is a lot cheaper because it doesn't have the taxation. Like but anyway, so 1 tablespoon of this. Drinking sake works as a substitute if you can't find normal cooking sake, but yeah. Okay, that's about. Oh, it spilled a bit, but anyway, leave it there. Right. So the next is going to be sugar. Just a little bit. So this is 1 teaspoon of sugar. Not a lot, yeah, just a little bit. I'm not even going to. I'm not going to use the whole thing. That's enough. Right, just a little bit. Give it a bit of sweetness. Next, let's see, corn flour. Yes. So wait, what? No. Oh yeah, no. That's later. Oops, my bad. Okay. So now wait, let me throw away this dirty. Alright, so just take a clean glove if you are too lazy to like wash your hand later. So what you're going to do is just mix it around. So now you have your marinade, right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to mix it around. And then just let it sit there for about 10 minutes. Right? In the meantime, we'll do other things like save time, right? We are students. We want to chop. Like yeah. So anyway, just mix it nicely. Make sure all the chicken gets all the marinade. See? Yeah. And then leave it there. In the meantime, so we set that aside for 10 minutes. In the meantime, we'll go and prepare our flour. So for flour, what you want to do is bake. And then after that, corn flour. Right, okay, so this is corn flour. All of these are quite cheap, by the way. So yeah, it's a cheap meal. Anyway, so this is measurement is a quarter cup. You need 3/8 of a cup, so it will be 1.5 times of this. But you don't really need to be accurate because essentially this is what you are going to. This is the outside. This is the crispy part of the chicken, right? So you just need to make sure you can coat your chicken with it. That's all.
哦，是哦，我7点半吃。 不用紧，可以了。妈咪也有买基金给我，所以我现在还有他买那个到，所以我还有不用紧啊。
Gavin with the Y. Okay, for your question, right? Actually, there is.
我还没有喝，我还
You
没有
don't
喝完
have to.
那个喝那么多。
You don't have to add salt for the.
咯。
Yeah, you don't have to add salt to compensate the difference, cause like in a sense, like the salt was added to actually make the sake less sweet. So if anything, if you want to balance it, right, you can add lesser sugar into the marinade sauce. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't read the chat. Let me go read. I didn't see.
Yeah, it's okay. I help you handle the Q&A.
Oh. No, I didn't drink any of the sake. I use it for the earlier recipe, like testing this one. Do you need to add salt or anything to compensate? Yeah. Oh, okay, wait, you already answered that. Right. Okay, so in the meantime, this is going to take a while to sit, right? So, just wait. In the meantime, you can start preparing your. So you need a flat pan for cheese, your melty cheese, right? So to that you add butter. Just let it sit there. Just wait.
Oh yeah, on a side note, right, the reason why sake is used is to tenderize the meat further and to also remove unwanted smells and flavor. So it actually helps to make the meat taste better.
You know, yeah, it's something like like Western cooking, how they use like white wine and all that to add inside the pasta. Yeah, it adds flavor. So that's just basically the same thing with sake.
Well, technically you can use honey. Technically.
Yes. Technically, you can use wine in a pinch if you really like nothing else in. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like honey cause like honey can also tenderize the meat, but like if you want to like expedite the process but I don't know if like honey can remove the unwanted smell as efficiently as what sake can do.
Just gonna wait for one more. Like, okay, if you really like want your dish, your chicken to be super tasty, right? Then you put the marinade for much longer. So like what you do is some people can even put it overnight, right? You do the marinade, then you put it overnight, or like you do it in the morning and then you just throw it in the fridge, then leave it there until like you want to cook in the evening or something like that, right? Because it's okay. So for marinades, right, the longer you leave them, the more flavorful your chicken gets. Right, for this case, because of the demonstration and practical purposes, and because like I need like typically you do it fast like you don't want to wait then so I prepare it now. But if not, you can prepare it like earlier and then just leave it, throw it in the fridge. Or of course, don't throw it like out in the open like it's chicken, it will spoil. But like, if not, yes, just leave it in the fridge and then come back later. Anyway. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead with oil first. So I'm going to refine the chicken in this pot. What you need is about 1.5 cup of oil. I add already to 2 just to be sure but if you want to save oil because like this is quite a lot, then like add less. Yeah. So that's about 2 cups of oil. Put it there. Then I'm going to use a tong to move the chicken around when inside the fryer, but make sure again it's not wet, because if not it will start to splatter the oil everywhere. Okay, so I think that's long enough. What I'm going to do now is move the chicken from there to leave it here. Now you, okay, so for this part, your chicken is all very wet. You don't want it to be too wet. If not, it's just going to be like a mush. So take the chicken, dip it dry, then you throw your corn flour. Yeah. So then you just move it around on the plate. Like, just lightly cover it, but you don't want to cover it too much. Like, not until it's full of corn flour, right? Because that's not very nice. Anyway, so just leave it there. Okay, drip off the excess liquid. Right, then dip it. Okay. So if you feel like there's not enough right then, just add more corn flour. Just cover it. As long as you've got enough to cover. Okay, that's about enough.
Good understanding.
Sorry, did anyone say anything?
So basically,
Yeah? Wait. Am I lagging? Oh, I hope not. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Because in the meantime, what you need to do is bring your oil up to heat. Because your oil takes a while. So just start heating it now. Right, let me see if I can give you a better angle. I'm going to shift the camera now to the other side. We can give you a better angle. Okay, great. You can see it's clearer. Are there bones in chicken breast? No. Don't have. Okay, great. Okay, so there's a trick to tell when your oil is cooked. Right? If your oil is cooked, right, you take a little bit of batter, drop it in. Your batter should float up. Right? That's when you know your oil is hot enough to fry stuff. For now, it's not the case. Like, it's not going to be the case for a while. So like, just leave it there while the chicken is drying off inside the batter. So just wait while this thing goes up. Okay? In the meantime, prepare another plate so that you can, once you fry, you can put it onto a plate with paper towel to dry off the excess oil. They'll be crispy, but not like, like sometimes you go to some of the shop, the fried chicken is there, oily one, yeah. Get away the excess oil with paper towel as well. Check if my oil is up. I think it's about there. The oil also starts to bubble when it's about done. Just take notes. These are some of the ways that you can tell that your oil is starting to cook already. So I'm just going to test see if it floats. If it floats, then now it floats. Alright, so now your oil is hot, and you can start throwing your stuff in already. I'm going to get this thing out of me first, because I don't want to interfere. Alright. Oh my god, the belly is good. Okay, but yes. So these chicken are going to go in for about 2.5 minutes per side. Then you flip them over. If you are deep frying right and there's enough oil, right, you don't even need to flip that. But like, yeah, if it's not enough oil to cover the top. Anyway. Try to shake off a bit of the excess corn flour. If not, like it's a bit too starchy. Alright, there we go. And the very last piece.
This one won't set off the smoke alarm because
No.
please do it please do it in a well ventilated pantry, or else you'll trigger the smoke alarm.
Okay, so this is going to go in for about 2 minutes, 2.5, give or take. Aside, then I'm going to flip it. Okay, so in the meantime, time efficiency, don't waste time. You can start preparing your cheesy chicken already. Because this is going to take like about 5 minutes. So just start melting the cheese first. Start cooking out the butter. So wouldn't putting everything in at once cause the pieces to stick together. That's why you don't. You try to make it as light as possible. Like you try to shake off all the excess flour. Then you put it in. It shouldn't stick. It really shouldn't stick. Now, unless your flour is very thick until it just like molds together, right? If not, if it's separate enough, it won't stick. Yeah. Right. So now your butter in the meantime. This is about a tablespoon of butter for the cheese, the melty cheese. Just melt it. Oh. Oh yeah, also forget to mention, right, for your chicken, right, before you even start preparing it, right, it needs to be at room temperature. So don't take it like straight out of the freezer and expect it to fry very well. Because why? It's because if the inside is cold, right, then the outside cooks, but when you fry it, the inside is still not cooked. So then it's unevenly cooked. So try to put your chicken in room temperature bring it up to room temperature for a while before you start to fry. That will give the best results. Of course, if you are in a rush, again, you can skip all this.
Unlike dining hall food.
So my butter is starting to cook already. To that, you will add a quarter cup of whipping cream. Like quarter cup is about 60 ml. If you want like milliliter conversion, right, so you will just add it in. Right, and then okay, so in the meantime, this flip it. Right, again, when you're frying, you don't really want to touch it a lot. So just flip once and then don't touch it again. Okay, so you see your cooking cream is starting to boil already, right? So let's perfect time to add cheese. This is mozzarella and cheddar cheese. You can add mozzarella only lah. Like I just decided to go with a bit more flavor, so I added cheddar in as well. But this is about 120 grams of cheese. Right, either or use either mozzarella or cheddar. Mozzarella is a bit more stringy if you really want to go for the like the melty cheese. That effect, yeah. But I just use a blend of both. Then start to melt it. Melt it makes it don't lose out of your chicken. Just make sure. Just keep in mind that it's still frying. Don't just forget about this one, yeah. Right now, I'm going to clear the table first. So, as you can see, this is a very simple cheese sauce. It only contains what do you contain? Whipping cream, cheese, and butter. Yeah, that's all. It's a very simple cheese sauce, but it's melty already. So we are about done. I'm just going to take this off the stove now. Stop it, and let it continue to heat there slowly. And in the meantime, the chicken, it's about done. Okay. Better cook this. Better sterilize my tongs first with the hot oil. Don't want to get like food poisoning and stuff. Okay, great. So it is about 6 minutes, which is 3 minutes on each side, and then we are going to take out the chicken. So if you really want it to be super cooked, you can like the Karaage chicken cook, right? You can put it in longer until it's brown. Like it doesn't hurt to leave it longer. Obviously, don't use too long, if not the chicken will become very tough. But you can cook it until generally the outside is brown. Now it's still a bit light brown, so I guess I'll leave it in there a bit longer.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh no, my battery. I was gonna slide under the wooden thing. Yay! Thank you.
Oh, because I always open it. Wait. Right. Haha.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, I'm just going to pick it out now. So, right.
You don't go that way.
I'm going to use some of the excess heat now to change it. But after a while, it starts to solidify. So just now.
Wouldn't this mean that it's true?
No, he thinks population parameter is the same as the sample rate.
Wait. 95% of the samples
No, the old one. The old one is the new one.
is one only, is it? Like only one, right? Okay. This side or
Sample rate is the one.
oh. Oh.
I mean, John Wick also very not PG.
Well, okay. So for cooking, right?
Only
there's
Amelia,
a,
right?
There's a test to see whether your chicken is cooked or not. You poke it inside and make sure there's no fluid, like you know, chicken sometimes has a bit of red color, like.
The children should be youngest 19 one.
Don't have that leaking out. If that happens, then you still need to cook it for a bit longer. But for this case, I cook very long already, so it should be more than fine.
Okay, enough spoilers.
Ines, your mic is not muted.
No, you need to understand the context of that scene for it to be fucked up, you know.
Oh well. Okay, now that's all.
Okay, wait. I will message you what is the context.
I can't show you over there, so I show you over there.
Like
it's melty, melty cheese. Right, that is all. There you go. There's a bit more cheese in excess, but yeah, essentially this is your Karaage chicken. Yep, that's all. I'm handing over to Colin now. We'll take a quick break, then Colin will take over to show you how to make yogurt parfait. Right, I'm going to stop this video.
Is it my turn to take over? Is it my turn to take over? Hello?
Oh,
yes.
Colin, do you need a tripod?
Sorry?
Do you need a tripod?
Tripod, no need. I'm using the webcam. It's okay.
Okay, great. All right, then you can start.
We are. I a bit sick about my strawberries, so they bruise very easily. Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, I watched it already, like before, even before the screening, but yeah.
Really die. Wait, let me finish my quiz first. See? Wait. Wait, this is the another question.
Is everyone, can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can everyone see what I have in front of me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. All right, so welcome to the second.
Listening what you say.
Welcome to the.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me do some damage control at the launch.
What?
Hold on. Okay, so welcome to the second dessert class. So today we're going to learn how to make a parfait. Does anyone know what a parfait is?
No.
No, never? Okay. So parfait, right, if you learn French, right, it stands for perfect. It means perfect. And it was a traditional sort of dessert. But it comes in many different versions. You can have it, generally it is sweet, but you can also make a parfait out of seafood and like savory items. The thing is, right, is that today we'll be learning how to make the more modern version of the parfait, which is using yogurt and fruits. And this dessert is extremely easy. You can create, you just need a few things. You need your yogurt, you need your granola, you need your granola over here, and you need your fruits. So you just need three things. Anyone hear it from what's the what's the frozen yogurt shop? I forgot. The very popular Yole, or has anyone eaten from Yole before?
Yes.
Okay, so the Yole, right, they make the Ibiza or whatever, right, where it's like ice cream, then after they put one crunch, one fruit or whatnot, right? Yeah, it's very similar to the recipe we'll be taking up here. So right now, right, I just want to prepare my fruits. The easiest one to use is berries because they are usually very small and like easy to prepare. But if you want to use mangoes, peaches, cherries, also can. It's actually, there really isn't really any fixed recipe. It's your choice as to what fruits you want to use. So right now I'm just going to prepare the strawberries over here. And then wash my knife. Oh yeah, I think I did. Okay. So I'm going to now prepare the strawberries over here. So I'm just cutting them in strips so that they'll be easier to be sprinkled into the yogurt later. Then I also want to pit my cherry. You can use whatever fruit that you have available. You don't necessarily have to use like the fruits I have currently in selection. I just choose these fruits because they're easy to prepare. So, oops, okay. So now that I've pitted my cherries by removing the center stone, I now have a selection of fruits over here. Now it's time to prepare my yogurt mixture. So let me just grab a spoon here. Wash first. Now, over here right now, right, if you have sweetened yogurt, right, go ahead and use it. But normally I do not like you use the regular yogurt because it usually contains quite a lot of sugar. So I'm gonna add the amount of sugar that I want into the yogurt right now. I'm going to, for 1 cup, right, about teacup size, 250 milliliters. I'm gonna scoop about 6 tablespoonfuls of yogurt into this bowl first. So let me just scoop it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now I have 6 tablespoonfuls of yogurt inside this thing. Now, as you can see from my packaging, right, the yogurt that I'm using, right, contains no sugar. So this thing is going to taste very sour. We're going to use it alone like this. What I'm going to sweeten it is I'm going to use some honey to sweeten the yogurt. But if your yogurt already comes pre-sweetened with sugar, it's okay. You can skip that. So now, right, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoonful of honey into the yogurt like so. Then I'm going to roughly stir it up to make a homogeneous mixture. Now, you might be asking, why don't I just sprinkle the honey on top of everything later? But the thing is, right, is that if you don't mix the honey into the yogurt right now, right, you're going to get like bursts of sweetness and then after you get the sour of the yogurt. So it's not really a very pleasant taste. Mixing it like this, right, gives a more homogeneous yogurt mixture so that you can make the dessert better. Okay. So I stirred my yogurt already. It's now homogeneous already and it's pretty sweet. Again, if you want to add more honey, you can add more. If you want to add less, you can add less. It's your choice how much honey you want. Okay. So get your teacup, right? And then, oops, get your teacup. And then first put in 1 or 2 tablespoonfuls of yogurt at the bottom to line the teacup with yogurt at the bottom. Next, adding your fruits. So now I will maybe proceed to use blueberries and strawberries in my recipe. So I'm going to take a handful of blueberries. Just going to put them right in. I'm going to add in a bit of strawberries. Okay. Into the yogurt. Then you want to add your granola also. Oops, sorry. Okay. So what you have here, right, is essentially a very thin layer, right, of yogurt at the bottom, fruit in the middle, and granola on the top. Repeat the same process, right, with the remaining yogurt. So you pour again another 1 to 2 around 2 tablespoonfuls of yogurt. Okay, let's make it 3. You again add your fruits. So we're gonna add some strawberries. We're gonna add some blueberries. And then we're gonna add the granola again. Okay. Then add the remaining yogurt. Okay. Once you have the remaining yogurt, we're gonna add some more blueberries. And more strawberries. Okay. And we're gonna add the last layer of granola on top. And we are done. That is literally the dessert. So it is complete already. So this is your parfait. It will be more impressive if you have those mason jars or those transparent cups so you can see the
Yums.
Yes, yums indeed. I guess I'll eat it later. Yeah. Okay. Is there a taste test? Yes. I guess if you guys want to come and taste test, I'm at the 7th floor. If you guys are in zoning. My only greatest fear is food poisoning, because like we're dealing with raw fruits and and yogurt. Yeah. Okay, so is that all? Okay, this is very awkward now, you know. How much do you rate out of 10? Oh, this I think it's around 8 out of 10. I feel it tastes actually pretty good actually. I've been eating this for a few days already through my experimentation, so it's pretty delicious. Yeah. Again, this is only one kind of parfait the yogurt. But it's the most popular kind of very trendy, you know. Okay. And yeah. Okay, are you gonna continue or what am I supposed to do now?
Wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, hello. It's me. Wait. Just make sure. Wait. Everyone who wants the attendance, fill out the form already. I'm going to send it here again. Just make sure. Anyone else still don't have the link? If not, we'll close this in about a minute. But any last questions regarding what we've done today? Like any of the things, the skills that y'all want to know more about? Anyone? All right. Okay, then I guess we'll close in about.
Are you going to be in the kitchen?
Yeah, I am.
I make you one. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Yeah, stop the recording.
Okay, all right. If nothing else, thanks guys for joining us tonight. That's about all. See you in the next session.